Happy Monday, ladies. It is me, Charmaine, and I am coming to you with this impromptu because normally, I'm on like Thursday and Friday. So I don't exactly know how long this is going to be. So if you don't have a lot of time, that's the disclaimer. So if you don't have a lot of time, you could bookmark it and come back. I'll pin it to the top of the page. So you can also click the three little dots at the top of this post and you can click save later and save it so you can go back and watch it. But I'm going to try to keep it to about maybe 10 to 15 minutes because I really love this topic. This topic changed how I began to consciously create my life and how I begin to consciously just create in general. And I learned this from Tony Robbins about 2-3 years ago, maybe probably about 3 years ago. And he said the quality of your life is determined by the quality of questions that you ask yourself. So when you look at your life and you look at your day, we all are talking to ourselves throughout the day. We're all asking ourselves these questions because the questions help us to help our subconscious mind to start thinking so that we can create solutions. Because throughout our day, we all have various questions that we ask ourselves, that we ask of the world. And how do you know if you're asking yourself quality questions? Well, look at the quality of your life and all of your life areas, not the areas that you like, that are the bomb, not just those areas, but the areas where need work. So, when I speak life areas, I'm talking about family and friends, love relationships, health and wellness, your spiritual life, financial, career and business, and sometimes I throw learning in there. It just depends on what day of the week it is and how I'm feeling. So you want to look at all of those areas. How is your family and friend relationships doing? On a scale of 1 to 10, how do they feel? How does your love relationships feel on a scale of 1 to 10? With 1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest. It's garbage day, so I'm sure you hear that. How is your finances? How are your finances on a scale of 1 to 10? How is your business going on a scale? Like looking at all of those life areas. And the ones that aren't doing the best, thinking about the type of questions that you're asking yourself in this area. So what is a quality question? So let me give you a great example. A quality question that we normally ask ourselves, man, why am I always short? Every month our money is always short. Why is it always short? So the answer that you normally get to, I don't even know, they're like surface questions like that. The answer that you normally get is the answer that's in line with your current paradigm or your current story around that life area. So if your current story around money is you never have enough, people like you don't get ahead, the struggle is real, this is a struggle. So when you ask yourself, why am I always behind? Like, why am I always like trying to pick up and get stuff together? Then what's automatically programmed, what's going to happen is the answer you're going to get is, well, because people like you always struggle. So why are you trying to do something different? Like, this is just how it is. So you're going to have to try to figure out how to work it out how it is. The quality question is, how can I create? Here's one form. How can I create the income to support the lifestyle I want to lead? Which is a much different question. It's a question that's making you really think beyond the paradigm that you have. Whereas the first question keeps you within that same story or that same paradigm. It doesn't necessarily create a solution for you or make your subconscious create about a solution. It just keeps you on that same frequency. Whereas when you go, how can I create the income to support the lifestyle I want to live with ease? Now your brain goes, man, wait a minute, how can we do that? Because this is what we've been creating. How can we create something different? So quality questions are going to make you step up a vibration, step up a frequency than what you're on. Quality questions are going to cause you to step outside of the box that you've created. Non-quality questions are going to give you answers like, well, that's how it always is, or because you're a failure, or because, like, it's going to give you the answers that are kind of already in your subconscious mind. I hope that makes sense. If it does not, be sure to pop them below in the comments and I will expound on it just a little bit. So asking yourself, how can asking yourself the right questions set you up for success? So as you see, like in the previous example, when you're asking yourself questions that are taking you to the next level, you're beginning to create that environment where you are now able to see something different than what you're currently experiencing. And it's not always easy. It's not always easy to see or to think beyond your current circumstances. But you kind of got to think about it like Neo in the first Matrix, where he goes to the Oracle and the little boy has the spoon like bending back and forth. And he was like, there is no spoon. Like, you have to be able to take your mind and see the circumstances that you want to create, regardless of what's currently in front of you. And this is not to say to ignore what's in front of you or to act like it's not there, because that's delusion. You see what's there, but instead of focusing on the lack, the limitation, or whatever it is in front of you, you're focusing on, okay, I see this in front of me, so how do I create something different? Because this is what I want it to look like. You start to create that cognitive dissonance to where your brain is now having something that it needs to figure out. And that is like exciting. To me, it is. It's like exciting and scary at the same time. And it really gets my juices going too. And life is a lot, honestly, life is a lot more exciting when you are solving problems or challenges that you can see the options to. There are always options. A lot of the times we block ourselves off from seeing these options because we either don't believe or we're afraid. Those are the two things that I find that the reason why we don't step into the multiples of options that we have in any given situation. Because sometimes the option isn't easy. It can be done with ease, but it's not easy. So we tend to avoid it. Or we think, like, once we think about it, it's like seeing a Bentley going down the street, right? And your first thought is, oh my God, I can see myself in that Bentley. I want that Bentley. But then the follow-up thought is, but yo, dude, you ain't even making 100 grand a year. How are you gonna get a Bentley? Like, you really can't afford a Bentley. And so then you think the thought and then you squash it back down. So allowing yourself that freedom to step into those illogical big thoughts. Again, this is not about being delusional and going, if you know you're having issues with health, or if you know you're having issues with finances, it's not saying, well, I see myself as creating $100,000 a year. So I'm going to start spending my money like I'm making $100,000 a year, when actually you're only making like $30,000 or $40,000 a year. Like, that's just going to put you in more debt. That comes from a space of lack, and that's still in that old paradigm. So if you find yourself there, raise it up and lift up and go, okay, how would I live? How would I be when I am creating this amount of income? What types of things am I doing with my money? What types of things am I doing with my health if I see myself this way? Again, not ignoring where you currently are, that's delusion, but looking ahead and moving beyond those circumstances. Knowing that they're there, but moving beyond them and not focusing on the circumstances that you don't like, but work more so on creating the circumstances that you want. It's not easy. It is totally not easy. I have not figured out, who's ever here and just like, thank you, but I haven't figured out how to see all of this on my computer, because that's where I am. So it's not easy. And we live in a world where everything is like now, right? It's like now, and it's the thing that's presenting you with the most pain that you're focusing on. I totally get that. So it's going to take you some work, some real conscious effort in using your will. Using your will does not mean forcing external forces. When you think about using your will, you want to think about it like a laser focus. So you're using your will, that's a higher faculty. You know, I talked about higher faculties last week, but that's another higher faculty that you have that helps you to laser focus. You have that one goal. That is why it is so important to have one thing that you're working on, to have one major thing that you're going on, having that push goal. The push goal is the goal that you're really working on because it's going to filter through and it's going to support a lot of your other goals. So using your will to know what it is that you want to do, being really clear about that, because when you're really clear about what you want and how you want to feel, the quality of your questions becomes easier. Asking yourself quality questions becomes a lot easier. One of the reasons why we don't ask ourselves quality questions is because we don't know what we want, we don't know how we want to feel, and we aren't clear about our purpose. I always talk about those: feeling, goal, purpose. Feeling and purpose are the bookend to your goal. If you don't have those two, your goal is going to be a little bit shaky. You got to know why you're going after the goal, and you have to know how you want to feel while working toward it, and once you get to the end of it. You have to be really conscious of that, because if you're just working towards something and it doesn't have a purpose and you're not sure about the feeling that you want to achieve, you just want to achieve this thing, trust me, what I know for sure from achieving these empty goals is that you'll reach it and you will feel depleted, you'll feel a bit resentful, and you'll say this goal thing doesn't work because it's like I don't feel anything. So really connecting with that. But this morning, think about that. What type of questions are you asking yourself? What type of questions are you asking yourself? It's just that simple. Are you asking quality questions or non-quality questions? Non-quality questions are going to answer you from your current paradigm, from your current story level. Quality questions are going to push you beyond your paradigm. It's going to create a cognitive dissonance in between your conscious and subconscious mind and make you go, how can I get that? How can I achieve that? What are some of the things that I need to do? It's going to have you looking forward versus looking at where you are, especially if where you are is not where you want to be. Of course, if where you are is where you want to be, what are the things that I need to do to maintain my level? But you don't want to stay at the same space for too long, because if you don't grow, you die. And I don't necessarily mean that in a literal sense, but like in a spiritual, emotional sense. If you're not, it's good to enjoy where you are, but if you're not looking on how to up level or to take things to a new space, you're going to emotionally crumble. So thinking about those things as you go throughout your Monday. I know sometimes Monday can be challenging for some. Monday is actually my favorite day of the week. I find that I am the most clear and coherent on Mondays. Normally by Thursday or Friday, your girl is pushing toward E because I'm looking to relax, and that's the rhythm that I've built for myself. It's like Sunday through Wednesday, I'm going strong. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I am really giving my mind and body a time to reset and relax. So I like Mondays. I might actually change our videos to Monday. I'm not sure. But anywho, thank you for joining me today. Be sure to like, comment, share this with your other mom friends who need this. This type of stuff is stuff that you don't necessarily hear a lot in the mom world. I've never heard it, but I could be wrong. Let me know. And it's really needed for us to be able to start taking control of our lives, creating true balance in our lives. Remember, balance is not about life balance. Is not about all things equal. When you're talking about a car and some tires, yes, balance means all of them need to be the same. But when you're talking about life balance, it doesn't mean all things equal. It means strength and stability. So it means that you have created this strength and stability in your life areas so that they can be supportive to your bigger goal. So, in helping you to create that balance in your life, helping you to see what you want to create as far as feelings, goals, and what your purpose is, and connecting to that purpose. Connecting to purpose is important. So I hope that this helps you do that. Remember to enter my VIP coaching package giveaway. The link is in the comment section there. I don't know if it's to the side or the bottom. I don't know. I see it to the side. I am giving away a 30-day coaching package along with my book and entry into my fall workshop for free. So enter that, share it with some friends. There are multiple ways for you to enter. And remember, until I see you next time, love yourself, love your family, love your business in that order. And I will catch you in the next video. I'm going to be a little bit more intuitive this week. And as I feel topics come up, I'll just speak on them because it's a lot easier for me to speak on it than to sometimes write about it. So thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you have a fabulous Monday. I will catch you later. Again, any comments, questions, ahas in the comment section below. And don't forget to enter the VIP coaching package giveaway or share it with a friend if you have already entered. See you next time. Take care.